Hi YouTube, it's Alan Sagano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and today's topic is about, okay, you probably figured out that Active Directory's been hacked. Now what do you do? Dun dun dun. You panic and you jump out the window. No, you don't panic and you jump out the window. A couple of things. One is force password reset changes for all accounts, including service accounts. I know it's going to blow some stuff up, but it's going to, it is what it is, right? If you suspect that Active Directory has been compromised, assume that every single account in Active Directory has been compromised. That is the right way to do this. Also, I have another video, but reset the Kerberos ticket granting ticket password. I'll put a link here to how to do that. You have to reset the password twice, because if you don't do that, and they compromise that account, then basically what can happen is they can just issue a new Kerberos ticket and that's a backdoor, and they don't even need any creds to do that. So that would be really bad. Implement multi-factor authentication with an app like Duo or Okta, something like that. You also might want to consider implementing authentication policy and authentication policy silos. That's a really good solution especially for service accounts, especially for ones that have to run at an elevated privilege, which is really bad. But basically the way this works is that if a hacker steals the account, it's only good in the silo or the area, or maybe even a specific server where that account is used, but you can't use it anywhere else. So you may want to consider doing that. Run TCP view and investigate, which is a sysinternals tool. You can download that off of Microsoft's site. Also Process Explorer. Run that and see if there's any malicious processes running or anything you don't recognize. You want to also continue to monitor all Active Directory adds, moves, and changes. There's utilities that'll help you do that. Semperis is a great one. You can use Liongard is another one. You can also use Cyberhawk is another one that does a pretty good job of monitoring Active Directory for just in case they try to come back. Also consider implementing an EDR or MDR. EDR is endpoint detection and response. MDR is managed detection and response. Basically, it monitors all your computers and looks for suspicious behavior, and then alerts you, and in some cases can actually shut down the activity if it's deemed to be malicious at face value. You may also want to consider implementing a SIEM, Security Information and Event Monitor, which will monitor tracks not only of your Active Directory, but of course all your critical infrastructure, firewalls, servers, ILO, switches, routers, access points, anything that's critical infrastructure. It consolidates all the syslogs, and then it does correlation on those logs, and then sends out alerts if something weird is going on. You also may want to consider running Server Core on your domain controller. So if you're not familiar with Server Core is basically a version of Windows that's basically stripped of the GUI. So it's kind of, if you're trying to run around and somebody's trying to shoot you with a gun, you want the target on your back to be much smaller. And that's basically what Server Core does, because it has fewer things to go wrong because it doesn't have a GUI. So also it simplifies the patching. The pushback there might be, well, I don't know command line, I don't know PowerShell. What you can do is you can stand up a management server that has a full-blown GUI tools, and then configure remote management for Server Core to make sure that those servers are easily manageable but secure because they're running Server Core. So also look for review the SID history, the system identifier, which is a unique identifier for objects in Active Directory for any evidence of what's called SID history injection. I'll put a link here to more information about that type of attack. It's relatively sophisticated. Also, look for any unknown trust relationships in Active Directory domains and trusts. That can also be a smoking gun, and obviously if you see a trust relationship you didn't realize, you probably should blow it away. So that's not a comprehensive list by any means, but it's certainly a good starting place. If you did get hacked, unfortunately, and you need help cleaning up your Active Directory, you can send an email to info@adscon.com. I'll put a link there. We'd love to help you out. That's what we have for this week. If you like this content, please boink hit the subscribe button, boink hit the like button. It does help out the channel. Thanks a lot for listening. Stay safe out there. Keep your Active Directory compromise free. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.